You see that car?
Yes.
That white car?
Yes.
I'm already paid enough to get my car. Last week I had a visit in my house, about to verify the references to authorize to get my car.
Yeah.
So I accomplished 100% the requirements. After that visit, I came to visit the person who I gave the documents, and she says it'll be okay with that documents and verifying in my address.
Yeah.
So I just have to wait to the authorization. It's a Nissan Versa 2019. I drove that car in 2018 when I was working in Uber.
Yeah.
I made an agreement with a neighbor I have to drive his car. And I used to drive in that company. Today there's a lot differences between drivers and new companies like Uber.
Yeah.
And last weekend I went to Mexico City, and there's a place close from Santa Fe where I stopped. I stopped there. I didn't went to Observatorio. I stopped there, and I require a Uber, and I was waiting there. The driver, he didn't stop there because he says there's some differences with other kind of transport. They're against Uber.
Yeah. A lot. All the taxi drivers, of course.
I have seen those differences even in television. I think there's that kind of differences even in other countries.
Yes. They're working for the half price. They don't pay any taxes or insurance.
Insurance as a company?
No, the social taxes.
Ah, okay.
Health insurance, and so on and so on.
I understand.
Retirement.
I understand.
Of course, and they don't pay taxes.
I think it's for the kind of contract between the property of the vehicles and who drives the vehicles. I think that's the reason.
Yeah, they are all private persons. They are not a company.
They're private, it's true. Because talking about insurance, I think you, as a property of a car in Uber, I think you should have insurance.
Yes, of course you have the normal insurance, but yeah, they can work that cheap because they don't have to pay retirement money or unemployment tax.
When I was there, I made some tests before to start to work there.
In Germany, Uber is forbidden.
There's no Uber in Germany.
No Uber. In Germany, you must have a special transport license to transport other people.
Okay. Yeah, here in Mexico too.
Yeah,
There's
the government forbid. The government says no, Uber is not allowed.
There's some kind of permissions here in Mexico to drive, to transport passengers,
Yes.
to transport materials, to transport other kind of products. We have also that requirements and kind of licenses.
Yes, it's a license. Yeah, in Germany this is all regulated. The government sell a taxi license, and so there are not too much taxis on the streets. That's pushing down the price. And,
Okay.
and they say, of course, you can transport up to 12 people or so, or 16 people in your car, your friends, and that's allowed. But not if you're doing this as a work.
Okay. Yeah, there's some regulations.
Yeah.
As a family, we have experience in transport. You see, on Monday, what they were doing in this place, in this road, they was repairing the road.
Yep.
My grandfather, of my father's side, he used to work building highways. My grandfather participated in the construction of the highway called Mexico Querétaro. Querétaro is in the north part from here. He used to work there, and he worked in another construction of highways, building some highways.
Yeah.
He used to drive machinery. And my father, I think he starts in the transport when he was a teenage, when he was very young.
Yes.
Then he has another kind of job, but then I think in 1991 or 1990, he started with the trucks again. He buy a truck and he start to transport some kind of materials until we have a little company, truck company.
Yeah.
I used to work with him to help him.
Yes.
I knew about motor engines, supplies, painting, other kinds of systems in trucks. I drive sometimes. Building in highways. There's a road called close from Tula, Arco Norte. It's a big highway, and I start to work there in working for a union. That period of time I study from a pilot. I took hours flying. In different airports. And then I work in Uber, and I have more than 1 year working here.
Yeah.
A year and 2 months.
That's good. A little bit different work. Better than every day the same work.
So you have changed in different kind of works, but you always has been technician.
Yeah. For a few years I worked in logistics.
Logistics.
Yeah. And distribution center.
Okay. What kind of products you distribute?
Computers.
Computers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I organized return management. If the customer gets broken parts or he say no, I don't need this part, and they will send it back. All the things about return management. Checking the computer, reset to the normal mode, the factory mode, something like this.
Okay. Just in Germany or to other countries?
In Germany, but at two different places. One place very close to my hometown, and then I moved to another company near Frankfurt.
Okay. But this is the work you have with more
Yeah, this what I do now. I learned a long time ago on school for technician. Programming, C programming, assembler programming, yeah, this kind of stuff. I learned at school a long time ago, and then I didn't work in this job. I worked more. I came to the logistic job, and I worked there for, I don't know, 6 years, 10 years, 10 years maybe, and then I got the chance to start at Kramer. A very good friend of mine is the boss of my department. I'm working now, and yeah, when we had a party or something like this with my friends, he was always missing, and everybody was asking, where is he? And they say, well, I don't know, I think in Japan or so, or in Canada or in China. And they say, okay, what kind of job he is doing? Nobody knows. And then one day at one party, he was there, and together with a beer, and I asked him, what the hell are you doing? You're always in other countries, and nobody knows what you are doing. What's your job? And then he explained me, and I said, oh yes, this is exactly that what I learned 10 years ago in the school for technician.
Okay.
Then he says, yeah, he always needs good people. They like to travel. So yes, that's me. I like to travel, and but I told him it is 10 years ago I learned these things in school, but I never practiced it. And he said to me, don't worry, everybody gets 1 to 2 years time to learn this job.
Okay.
And then I say, okay, then I will try.
When I was studying, I studied English, and since I was in the school, in different schools, elementary, junior high, high school, most of the schools they teach English, but where I learn a little bit more English is when I went to Arizona to study.
Of course, yes.
Because there's a country where, of course, everyone speak English, and was on a technician school who prepare technicians for the perimeter in Phoenix. That is the purpose of that school, to prepare technicians in the perimeter of Phoenix in Arizona.
Yeah.
And I had the opportunity to interchange with other students of other schools. I used to play football there. I used to go to some driving range, and of course we we used to get together and sometimes drink a beer. And there are also students who after study there, Glendale or in other schools, they're going to other countries to work. And most of the students, there are a lot of students who comes from other countries. And it's a technician school too. And there's near another schools like Arizona State University, close from 59th Avenue. It's Arizona Campus West. So then you start in Crane after that period. After you was working in that logistical school, that logistical job, the work you used to have.
Yeah, it was okay. I had the chance to get a job as a department leader. So
okay.
it was I was on a good way there, but yeah, hanging around every day at the same place, I don't know. At this time, it doesn't sound interesting for me, and so I was more happy to go to Kramer and make something complete new.